What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are backing out with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jojo, a person I battle off my Discord server. So if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle and trade Discord chat room and a place to hang out and find Wi-Fi battles, definitely check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description. Now, me and Jojo are having a PU battle today, as he's packing a pretty threatening team.
Wow.
Featuring Mesprit, Malamar, Scyther. Even though my matchup against Scyther is not that bad in this game, to be honest with you, Guzzlord is actually a pretty big threat as well in the PU tier, and Hitmonchan can prove to be an annoyance. But I'm using a pretty fun team featuring, your boy Regigigas, Giga Titan. That's the nickname of it. And I'm not going to use Regigigas clickbait. I am not a certain person. I also am using Datane because due to popular demand, someone's spamming me. And I'm using Armaldo because that's a certain someone's favorite Pokemon. And Chimecho because Chimecho is a meme and we all love Chimecho. Even Verlis loves Chimecho, so I have to use it in honor of his, stat buffs. It's actually better than Sigilif. Did you guys know that Chimecho is actually better than Sigilif? It actually is. It's really broken. Anyway, turn 1, my opponent's going to lay up them Stealth Cocks. Not going to hesitate to set them up. Unfortunately, though, I don't go for Stealth Rocks turn 1 because I'm trying to weaken this Mesprit. I want to scout out this moveset, and if it's like Specs Mesprit, this thing needs to die immediately. But he's actually a defensive Mesprit, thankfully, so I don't have to worry that much about it, and it's not too scary. But yeah, my opponent's going to go for the U-turn here and just get on out of here. He doesn't want to die with his Mesprit because, Armaldo is actually a big threat against this team. It can beat Malamar, it can beat Scyther, and it can beat Mesprit, so it's obviously S tier. Smogon, put that in the S tier rank of viability rankings for PU immediately. It's so broken, but I'm going to lay up them Stealth Cocks of my own because I just want to make sure my opponent has the least amount of fun possible whilst using Scyther. So yeah, now my opponent's going to bring in Lantern, and instead of switching up Fearing Scald, I'm like, that is so obvious. I'm going to stay in here, and my opponent just goes for Volt Switch. I'm like, the easiest play of my life, and now he's going to Volt Switch out of here and bring in Hitmonchan, as I'm just going to go after Stealth Rock. I'm going to go for my Rapid Spin because I'm so sick of this broken ass move Stealth Rock being on my field. I don't want Armaldo taking, a quarter of its health every turn, every time I switch it in. So I go for Rapid Spin, and if he went for Scald there, so be it. But, he didn't. So we get away with it. And now we're going to switch on out of here because we don't want to give him his own Rapid Spin. Oh, no. Those Stealth Rocks have to stay. So he's going to go for Rapid Spin onto my, Majora's Mask. And this Mask is actually level 13 because I literally bred it, transferred it into freaking Sun and Moon, and then freaking SOS trained it, and it was literally so easy. But yeah, now I'm gonna go for a knockoff onto the Guzzlord, and we're actually going to knock off the Choice Specs, and not what I was anticipating. I thought he was the Z stockpile set, but Choice Specs seems like it can be scary with Beast Boost, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna bring in Worst Pika here, expecting like Dark Pulse or Draco Meteor, but he's gonna go for Sludge Bomb. A very nice play, but since Choice Specs were knocked off, it's not gonna do over half. But even if it did, I do have the Citrus Berry alongside Cheek Pouch to give me a lot of health back, as you guys will see later on. My opponent's going to bring in Lantern here, as I'm just going to go straight for the Super Fang and, bring that thing down to half HP. And that's pretty nice for Datane. I figure my opponent wasn't going to stay in against Datane because of the potential Play Rough or Dazzling Gleam. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Play Rough onto the Lantern and just slowly whittle it down, as my opponent is going to miss Toxic on me. A little bit unfortunate, but Datane, being the worst Pikachu, it doesn't deserve any more hatred. The community is already toxic enough towards Datane. Toxin. I can't speak right now, it's currently
3:28 a.m.
My brain's a little bit fried, but it is alright. We will persevere. So we're gonna get the Citrus Berry here, and now we're gonna get the Cheek Pouch and get all of our health back. Yum, 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 yum. And that is what eating berries does, I guess. And not only that, this Lantern really can't touch me, and we're slowly killing it with Play Rough and stuff. So that's very nice. If we knock out this Lantern, we don't gotta worry about being paralyzed or whatever, or toxic, so that would be nice. My opponent decides to save it and brings in Mesprit for some odd reason. I thought he would sack it off, but he might potentially have the Healing Wish. As I just take the opportunity to go for Recycle, even if he went for Toxic on me. I don't really care anymore. I just want to get the Citrus Berry back and honestly show that I have recycled Datane. I actually brought another Datane because I transferred my original Datane up, and then I realized I would recycle, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta make another one. And so I just brought another one, and it was fun times, and I don't know. So yeah, my opponent's gonna go for Stealth Rocks here because he's like really mad at me because I set up Stealth Rocks and he has a Scyther, so he has to even the playing field. I can understand that. I can respect that as well. He wants to make sure Armaldo does not come in for free, because it's actually a really big threat to his team. Like, it's actually sad to say that, but it actually is, so it feels good to say that. It feels good, man. It feels good. But now I'm going to bring Cacturne here onto the Psychic. Totally planned that. If he went for a U-turn, I would have been fucked, but why would he U-turn? on a Pokemon you're trying to beat with Mesprit. It's like, what are you doing? Do you want your entire team to get paralyzed? I don't think so. Yeah, my opponent's going to switch into Lantern here onto my Cactoon as Death Fodder, I guess, even though I feel like he wanted to save it for Healing Wish potential. But yeah, I actually have Dark Pulse instead of Sucker Punch because this is actually a special Cactoon set with spikes as well. And my Yamask has Toxic Spikes. So my opponent, I just want to make sure my opponent has as little fun as possible. But speaking as little fun as possible, in comes Malamar, and this thing is so scary. I'm actually going to save my Cactoon. I don't want to give this thing a free Contrary boost, so I'm going to bring in my Yamask here, expecting Superpower, because Malamar, that's like its only move it runs, it's bread and butter. But it actually has the Z move, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I've seen this before. I've seen this like 20 times on Showdown with the Auroraville offense, but there's no Auroraville here. But it's actually Z Happy Hour Malamar. Here comes the money. It's going to rain down. Call it Welcome Back Wolfpack. It's, you know, Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon leaks that aren't real. And now we're going to get knocked off. And I'm like, okay, so I guess we didn't prevent the Contrary boost because, you know, Z moves actually bypass Contrary, so you can't get the reverse effects of going for a good Z move. So yeah, we're going to give Malamar Mummy, which is very useful because we're going to get rid of Contrary so he can no longer boost his attack and defense, pretty much neutralizing it as a threat, which is pretty nice. It's still threatening though because it's at +1, and I'm going to bring in Regigigas here. I know he has superpower and can, you know, hurt me really badly, but yeah, I don't think he's going to want to go for it immediately because of the fact that he doesn't have Contrary anymore. So he's going to go for a knockoff here, trying to knock off my item that I don't have because I actually have a Z Crystal, which can't be knocked off. I know this is not some, like, you know, Breakneck Blitz Regigigas set. It is a Z Psych Up Regigigas set, yes. So you guys are probably like, what the hell, WeedleTwineedle? What are you doing? Why do you have a Z Psych Up freaking Regigigas? But Regigigas has no form of recovery. It doesn't even get rest. This is Regigigas' only form of recovery. And you can steal stat boosts against people, which is so fun. So we steal all of Malamar's stats, so we pretty much have an ancient power boost at the moment. And now we're going to get the Mummy. My opponent was very hesitant on switching out, preventing me from getting Mummy, which for some odd reason, I don't really understand why. Maybe because by the time he switched out, it'd already be like 3 turns in, and then just 2 more turns, and then my slow start would be over. But still, it was definitely an option for him. But yeah, now he's just going to allow me to pretty much have my way with him. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch here and almost kill him, but I can't quite kill him because I don't have the juice. I'm only at +1 attack and it's non-stab and it's like 70 base power, but now he's going to hit me with like superpower. I want to see how well I can tank that's a +1 defense, and it does nothing. I literally shake that off like it's... Wow, that was actually gross. So we actually pretty much destroyed that Malamar single-handedly with Regigigas, which is nice because I feel like Armaldo would have potentially lost to it. But it all came down to preventing that Contrary boost, or the Contrary, blocking the Contrary with Mummy to begin with, was how we averted that Malamar. So thankfully down goes that humongous threat. My opponent saved that for later on in the game. It would have been a big problem, but that's why I kind of saved Doomask for, to be honest with you. I'm like, if I can just get rid of the thing's Contrary, that'll be very nice for me. So now in comes Hitmonchan. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch here because I don't think Facade or Return is going to knock him out. I have Facade because of status moves, but apparently it would have, so maybe I should have went for Facade, but meh. Now I'm going to be forced to take a Drain Punch, which is going to hurt a lot because it's Stab and it's Iron Fist boosted from Hitmonchan, but Regigigas still eats it up because it does not care at all, and we're going to actually give the Hitmonchan Mummy as well because we're not going to allow him to get Iron Fist, hell no. Get that Mummy on you, and now we're just going to proceed to get Mach Punched, but because of the +1 defense and the loss of the Iron Fist, not going to do too much damage just now. We're just going to go for Mono Drain Punch and knock out this Hitmonchan. I do have Knockoff and Facade as my last moves. You can argue Return is better, but Facade is for when you get burned, or for when you get toxic, or for when you get paralyzed, or pretty much for any status people throw at Regigigas. Like, it's literally for everything. But now in comes Scyther, my opponent's forced to bring it out. It's going to take that, that Stealth Rex damage. I even felt the pain. And now I'm going to go for the Facade. I outspeed him thanks to the +1 speed. I don't even have much speed investment, to be honest with you. I have like 40. I'll probably leave my Regigigas EV spread in the comments or something, because it's actually a cool EV spread that I came up with. So in comes Mesprit. Now I'm gonna go for the knockoff, and yeah, we're going to knock off the Mesprit. By the way, the EV spread is not made to accomplish anything. I'm just like, well, you know what, you can use some a little bit of attack investment, a little bit of HP investment, some defense investment, and we'll give you a little touch in speed just to speed creep some stuff. But yeah, you're good. So yeah, the Regigigas is pretty fun. I mean, granted, you're not going to psych up free ancient power boost essentially every game. Like, that was definitely something my opponent did not take into account while facing Regigigas, and that was his downfall. I mean, like, yeah, how could you fall for Z-Psych up Regigigas? That is the most common set used on Smogon.net. But, like, yeah, you can't really blame my opponent for falling for this. Like, he should have definitely switched out when the mummy hit him, but he already had the Z-move activated, so he had no reason to switch out. So I can understand why he didn't, but it definitely was why he lost the game. So I hope you guys did enjoy that Wi-Fi battle. I'm sorry it was kind of stompy, but it was still long enough to be considered a nice battle, and I got to showcase this amazing Regigigas set and Data Knight to an extent. If you guys did enjoy the Wi-Fi battle and want to support the channel, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it is the best way to show your support towards the YouTube channel and help it grow, and I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, the question of the day is going to be, which not fully evolved Pokemon is your favorite to use in competitive battling? Let me know in the comments down below, as I'm very interested in which Pokemon or not fully evolved Pokemon you guys like to use in competitive play. Now, I really, really love to use Zweilious. I didn't really use it much in this video, or recently, but I really love using it with the Z-move and Hustle. It actually nukes really, really hard. Okay, I'm off the slant on my screen. I'm sorry if that's kind of, I don't know how loud that was, but that scared the shit out of me. And now I gotta kill them all. But let me know in the comments down below what your favorite not fully evolved Pokemon is, and I'll check you guys in my next video. Bye.
See ya!